Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I would like to talk about President Bush's visit to historical Holocaust Museum in Jerusalem, Israel. Wearing a yarmulke, he put a wreath on the memorial where the dust from 6 extermination camps was brought. It a poignant, sobering moment for all the people. And President Bush asked a very important question. Why didn't Roosevelt bomb Auschwitz? Why didn't US bomb those concentration camps? That's a very important question. The answer is simple. US practiced the doctrine of isolationism during the World War II. President Roosevelt, even though he had power to save so many Jewish refugees from Germany, he just overturned that opportunity. In that historical moral challenge, the Allied forces did not bomb those concentration camps. Isolationism is ruining even our own world. Here is the extermination camp that killed 1.5 million people, and the president is wondering why it was not bombed, given the power of the United States. And the director of this Yad Vashem, the Holocaust Memorial Museum, said, this is the first time a US president acknowledged the mistake very spontaneously. President Bush, my friend, is a straightforward person. He simply says what he thinks. He simply says what he thinks is true. That is something very admirable. Now, coming to the topic, this question has bothered so many people. Holocaust survivor and Nobel Peace Prize winner Mr. Elie Wiesel said these words at the inauguration of US Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C. He asked this question. Why weren't the railways leading to Birkenau concentration camps were bombed? That's an important question. Why weren't the concentration camps were bombed? Why weren't the SS troops bombed? My friend, just the inaction of the world. Iranian President Ahmadinejad is making same kind of threats to the world. He says that Israel must be wiped off the world map. He is building nuclear weapons, but what is the world doing? Russia is supplying nuclear fuel. China is doing business with them. European Union is not serious except doing some diplomatic talks. Who is seriously pondering this nuclear holocaust that might hit Israel in the near future? And the refusal that happened 60 years ago is repeating even today. President Bush today visited also the Children's Memorial Museum in recognition of 1.5 million Jewish children killed in Holocaust. And most of these kids were exposed to medical experiments by Dr. Joseph Mengele and his team of scientists. They used the sick people and Jewish children to carry out their medical experiments, all in the name of doing benefit to humanity. They used highest forms of reason in science, biology, medicine, and philosophy to justify those medical experiments, all in the name of doing great service to humanity. And today, my friend, human embryos are being used by scientists. They don't have any moral qualms that it bears the image of God. The world is silence again. Science. I mean, scientific imperialism, scientific absolutism, the naturalistic determinism. There is no God. There is no moral code. We can do whatever we can't do. People like Richard Dawkins, Sam Harris, proposing these kind of theories to the world. President Bush later said, "I was most impressed that people in the face of horror and evil would not forsake their God. In the face of unspeakable crimes against humanity, brave souls, young and old, stood strong for what they believe." My friend, in the face of evil, we need to trust God more. Godless ideologies like Nazism hated Christianity, hated the Jews. Godless ideologies like communism hated Christianity, hated Jews. Today, the new brand of atheism is rising up that says there is no God, there is no evil, everything is morally relative. My friend, Alexander Solzhenitsyn, who suffered in the gulags in Russia, he warned the world, don't leave your faith in God. Standing in front of Holocaust Museum, what are the lessons our national leaders are learning? History's greatest historians like Thucydides and Herodotus, they talked about moral lessons we learn from battles. Thucydides described the wars between Athens and Sparta, and he made it like a manual to teach moral lessons from ancient past. Same with Herodotus, who used Persian wars. How hubris, the outrageous arrogance, led Xerxes to take Persia into war. My friend, today's Persia is doing the same thing. Iranian president, out of hubris, attacking US naval ships, taking hostages from British army, and making threats to Israel, and waiting for Mahdi, the 12th Imam of Islam. My friend, Satan is creating that lie. But the true peace comes from Lord Jesus Christ. You see, Ezekiel chapter 38 and 39 predicted that Russia would help Islamic nations to wage war on Israel. Just what is prophesied in the Bible is happening. But in Matthew chapter 24, Lord Jesus Christ said that he will return to save his people. And are we ready? Thank you.